Welcome. You're listening to the I'm Wired to Inspire podcast, creatively engineered by Nicole, the inspiration specialist. I'm Wired to Inspire is a powerfully packed 5-minute podcast filled with inspiration and encouragement to get you through your day. It's designed to inspire you to live your authentic purpose. Now stay tuned for your host, Nicole, the inspiration specialist, on today's episode of I'm Wired to Inspire.
You're listening to the Black Excellence Expose with Nicole, the inspiration specialist. Hey everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today on another episode of the Black Excellence Expose. You guys, I am so thrilled about the first person I'm going to speak to you about. I had no idea who this man was, and I found out and I started freaking out. I was just completely blown away, and I'm guaranteeing somebody's going to listen to this and you too will be blown away. I know it. Okay, so let me go ahead and start. Emmett McHenry was born July 12, 1943 in Forest City, Arkansas. He is a Black entrepreneur and company builder. He grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, attending Stewart Elementary School, Carver Middle School, and Booker T. Washington High School. He received his B.S. in Communications from the University of Denver in 1966. He enlisted in the United States Marine Corps, where he attained the rank of lieutenant. McHenry earned his M.S. degree in Communications from Northwestern University in 1979. He started as an IBM systems engineer and later served as assistant dean and instructor at Northwestern University. With Gary Dessler, Ty Grigsby, and Ed Peters, he found his first full-time entrepreneurial venture entitled Network Solutions. Okay, let me tell you what Network Solutions is, okay? Network Solutions is the company this man created that gave us .com, .edu, .gov, and .org. I had no idea a Black man was responsible for every time we type in .com, y'all. Are you hearing me? That is amazing. I literally... Y'all, you probably can tell by the way I'm talking, but I'm straight up cheesing. I'm cheesing like so hard right now. Oh my God. I had no idea. And the cool thing is, he has done so many other things. He's so accomplished. And I stopped at his bio because I don't know if you guys have been catching the flow, but I always try to encourage you. I like to give you, some good little parts, but I always want you to go and research the person yourself. I want you to go and make sure you look up Emmett McHenry. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to pause. I'm so blown away by that. I literally had no idea. I don't even know where .com or any of that stuff derived from. I just know that we use it, and we use it literally every single day now, constantly, because this is how we get around the internet. And this man's company is the company that created that. I mean, you talking about Black excellence, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, why haven't I heard that before? Why has this not been a thing? I'm like, was it suppressed? Like, why isn't this something that we hear about? But again, this is why I created a little series like this, because it may seem like a little short 10-minute series, but it's giving big information. So there's nothing small about it. But again, I'm sorry for pausing so much, y'all, but I'm just in awe of this. I just cannot believe this. And not that I didn't think a Black person could do it. I just didn't know that they did. You know what I mean? I know we can do anything. You know what I'm saying? But it just really blew my mind because I just literally had no idea. So with that being said, y'all, I just want to let you know that, when I think about the questions that I ask after every person that I introduce today, is just, it just makes me feel some kind of way. Every day I feel some kind of way. I'm not going to front, because I try to learn about people that I personally have never heard about. And this just really touched my heart. So the first question that I always ask is the same. And, if you're not familiar with these guys, I ask the same 3 questions every single day because I want it to sink in at some point. So the first question is, can you fulfill a need? Is there something that you can do to solve a problem? We're all about solutions here. That's one of the things that I want to push in this thing, guys. If you're listening to this, especially if you are in college or a teenager, especially if you're somebody of influence, any age, actually, honestly, can you fix the problem? Is this something that you can add value to by saying, okay, this is something that we can do? Or maybe you say, you know what? I know that there's a need here. It's not necessarily something that I can do, but I know I can connect them with someone that can do it. And if that might not be your judge right there where you can actually, fulfill that need, trust me, if you ask God to give you something to fix or something to be of service to other people, he will certainly do that for you. So that is the first question. And that leads us to our next person. Another one that blew my mind. Today, I'm not going to lie, today's Black Excellence Expose is really messing me up because I didn't know about any of these people. And these are things that I literally have personal relationships with, like the .com and .edu, all of this stuff. That's like so major to me. But check this one out. Every time a person crunches into a potato chip, he or she is enjoying the delicious taste of one of the world's most famous snacks. A treat that might not exist without the contribution of Black inventor George Crumb. The son of an African-American father and a Native American mother, Crumb was working as the chef in the summer of 1853 when he incidentally invented the chip. It all began when a patron who ordered a plate of French fried potatoes sent them back to Crumb's kitchen because he felt that they were too thick and soft. To teach the picky patron a lesson, Crumb sliced a new batch of potatoes as thin as he possibly could, and then he fried them until they were hard and crunchy. Finally, to top them off, he added a generous heaping of salt. To Crumb's surprise, the dish ended up being a hit with the patron, and a new snack was born. Years later, Crumb opened his own restaurant that had a basket of potato chips on every table. Though Crumb never attempted to patent his invention, the snack was eventually mass-produced and sold in bags, providing thousands of jobs nationwide. Wow, my goodness. Yo, so listen to me. So far, we have a Black man invented the .coms. A Black man invented the potato chip. So what I hope you guys are starting to see is that we add so much value as a people. And even though, we want to make sure when we navigate through life that we are open-minded and we are kind and loving to all people, to be a Black person and to just feel like you have to work so much harder and do so much more than someone else who does not look like you, it can be really disheartening. So when I hear things like this, in some kind of way, years later, God opens up a door for the information to get out even more, or in another way to encourage or inspire someone else who may be listening, who may feel like what they're doing is not good enough. I hope that this lets you know that you can do anything. And what I found to be so amazing about the potato chip is that that's something he happened upon. And when somebody tried to play him on what he did, he just took another approach. He didn't go back and refry the French fries. He didn't try to do anything differently. He just came up with his own clever idea and he kept it moving. So that I hope that somebody caught that when somebody criticized him, he didn't complain and he didn't fuss. He just did something about it. And it ended up being a blessing. It didn't, it was a good backfire, so to speak, because I know he was trying to check him and teach him a lesson for trying to play him about the fries, but it ended up being a blessing to him. So that leads me to the second question. What have you learned that you can teach to someone else? Just think about all of the information that you've amassed over time. Again, you can be a young child listening. You can be somebody in your 70s or your 80s listening. At any age in life, you've learned information. You've learned how to do something. You have retained some form of information. Is there something that you know that could be of help to someone else? If that is you, make sure you think about it, you jot it down, and figure out what you can do to add value to the world with your special gift. So now we are on to the third and final person of the day. Again, we are rounding this thing out with stuff that has literally blown my mind. Okay? Today I'm going to tell you about Henry Brown. Henry Brown was an inventor who saw a need for a convenient and secure way to store money, valuables, and important papers. At that time, People commonly kept those types of items in wooden or cardboard boxes in their homes or entrusted them to local banks. Both of these options presented dilemmas. While banks generally provided safety against theft, they did not prevent bank employees from reading through personal papers. At the same time, keeping the items at home could help to keep prying eyes away, but there was little to prevent burglars from quickly and easily grabbing valuables and making off with them. Brown decided to create a safer container and developed a forged metal container which could be sealed with a lock and key. He patented his receptacle for storing and preserving papers on November 2nd, 1886, and it is developed into what is now known as a safe. So a black man created a safe, the thing that keeps our things safe and protected under lock and key. When he originally made the documentation, it was called a strong box, and over time the name has become a safe. So this is a black man of excellence by the name of Henry Brown, who came up with an invention that everybody has used at one time or another. And if you haven't, you will. At some point, you will meet or identify a safe somewhere, even if it's not your own. You will engage in what a safe is at some point. So again, 3 very, very powerful men of color today. We heard about a black man making a .com, a .edu, .org, and so on and so forth. A black man came up with a potato chip, and a black man came up with a safe. So that leads me to my third and final question of the day. What can you bring to the world in your own unique way? There's something very special and authentic about you that nobody can duplicate. Ask God what it is that you can do to cultivate that gift and bring it to the world. Remember, Proverbs 18:16 says that your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. So ask God what that is going to look like, because whatever that gift is, you want to make sure that you give him the most glory. You give him all the glory. You don't ever want to step outside of yourself and do something that God is not calling you to do, because you can do a lot of things, but you want to do the God thing. You want to do the thing that's not only going to ignite impact and change, but you want to do the thing that's aligned with what he's leading you to do in this season and this time that you are alive. Because even the inventions and everything that we talked about today, those things came at the time that they were needed, and they are tremendously helpful to us now, even now. So thank you guys so much for listening to the Black Excellence Expose today. Please, everybody that I mentioned, guys, go back and do some more research, learn more about them, see what their other inventions are and other things that they've accomplished and completed. This is just a little hot spot to get the wheels turning, to get the information going. And I hope that it blessed you like it blessed me. And make sure you join me again tomorrow for another new episode of the Black Excellence Expose. I'm wired to inspire. I hope you are too.
It's the I'm Wired to Inspire podcast giveaway. Stay tuned for instructions.
Hey everybody, thank you for joining me for the February contest instructions for the I'm Wired to Inspire contest giveaway. Now, this particular contest is specifically for Instagram. I will be making a post and it will be speaking of this contest, and then you're going to repost it and tag 3 friends that inspire you for a chance to win a $50 Amazon gift card. 2 winners will be chosen. You must be following at robinicolek, that's one word, 1 N, and I'm Wired to Inspire for your entry to be valid. We must be tagged in your photo for us to see it. Good luck.
Thanks for listening to I'm Wired to Inspire podcast at I'mWiredToInspire.com. If you enjoyed the show, spread the word and be sure to hit the 5-star rating on iTunes. For more information on this podcast and inspirational products and services, log on to the inspirationspecialist.life or I'mWiredToInspire.com. And remember to live your authentic purpose. Thanks again, and see you next time.